Welcome finally. Welcome all the star signs. This is my weekly love reading. I'm following a book, Divine Comedy, and we are in Purgatory's last 6th chapter. And today we are entering to the Eden in this 28th chapter. We enter now to Eden. We leave behind. We have climbed the Purgatory. And the top of the mountain Purgatory is this Eden paradise that we have lost access, but now we get into in my reading. But my reading has this name, Inside Eden, Age of Innocence with EI. And being like divine alchemist, to see this kind of spread today, using this, the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle. It's the Doors of Wisdom. So we will have here now wise animals in Eden to guide us, which one you will pick, which direction you will go in this Eden. If you get access to this Eden paradise, what animal guide, spirit guide would you listen? What would help you with the EI, with this Pluto now is currently in Aquarius the next 20 years, and this has been said to become the age of EI. But I was playing with this word, coming up with this age of innocence, because we are like in the Eden paradise, Eden garden, a paradise is separating. We are in the Eden now, how we are like happily jumping there around, like some children who have not fallen from the grace. We are now a little bit too merry about this EI. So I'm gonna look into this reading. What shadow might be happening? What is it? And these are the woodland wardens. Pile number 1. There is a porcupine, an anemone, and boundaries. So if you pick, this is a pile reading, pile number 1, advice from the porcupine and the anemone. And then you will get this Divine Comedy related deck and Gustave Doré deck. And then you will get also solar plexus chakra, so pile number 1. Another spirit guide in the Eden garden is frog and lotus and metamorphosis. And you will get Halloween deck with the frog. And there is a third eye chakra crystal, grey aventurine. This was yellow aventurine. And then pile number 3 in the Eden garden is the wolf and rosehip guardianship. There is a wolf in your Eden wanting to guide you safely with the EI. And then the erotic fantasy tarot and the sacral chakra crystal. What is it? I'm just starting to think about this wolf in the Eden. This is, what is it? Like, if I'm getting really intuitive, I start to have these visions and then I'm losing the voice. But anyway, guardian. This is the crystal anyway. Yes. The whole point, you can study with me. There is this membership where are all the 7 Sakra episodes, how to become psychic. I give you a toolkit, but one important factor is that you are activating your right side brain. And when I do that, sometimes I'm a little bit too much in the visions and I lose the words. But it can be also beautiful that you get all kind of guidance, audio, physical sensation, whatever comes with this kind of empathy styles to activate. Anyway, let's go. We have today Purgatory chapter 28. We are entering to Eden. This is the card for all the piles. Soon we're gonna read that. There is also wolf and the sheep showing a little bit this kind of EA thing. Let's read a little bit of this first little things about this Purgatory. Where is my papers? So the chapter 28, this is when Dante enters to Eden Garden, and he's alone. He's now finally alone. He doesn't need any like Virgil, the poet from the past, and he enters to this Eden. And let's read about this. This is for all the piles. The loss of springtime. The last 6 canti of Purgatory 28 till 33 take place in the Garden of Eden, also known as the earthly or terrestrial paradise. Here atop mountain Purgatory, Dante has returned to the perfection of the Garden of Eden, the place from which Adam and Eve were expelled after eating the forbidden fruit. As the original home of Adam and Eve, this is the place chosen as the rest for human nature. Pilgrim Dante is witnessing the Eden in this last 6 canti. Beatrice tells Dante that when he returns to Earth, it will be his job to write down the visions that he has seen while in the earthly paradise. In Purgatorio 28, Pilgrim is having freedom to follow his desire without any long awaiting anyone's permission. Beautiful forest of Eden is good counterpart to the dark wood of Inferno and the wood of the suicides in Inferno 13. The divine forest is absolute perfection of natural beauty, raised to the level of art. In this beautiful setting walks a lady, like a Leah in the dream of Purgatory 27. This lady is picking flowers. She is alone. The lady will not be named until Purgatory 33. She turned out to be Matilda. Leah and Rachel, women in Dante's dream, are reflecting the twofold ends of life, the bliss of life and the bliss of eternal life. These divine women are in this divine life, eternal life, Matilda and Beatrice. Beatrice was the wife that Dante in the real life actually lost, who died, and now is searching always this lost love. Then the garden in which Dante now is also the reminder of all that we lost through the sin of Adam and Eve. In the terrace of Gluttony was a tree that was crafted from the tree that Eve ate. And that tree came from Garden of Eden. We, Eve's children, lost the right to inhabit the Garden of Eden because of her transgression. Our loss is all around us, like the lovely like a breeze and the rustling trees and the singing birds and the beautiful lady. That loss is translated into a classical frame of reference when Dante says to Matilda that she reminds him of Persephone in the moment that she lost springtime, in other words, when she was deprived of her life and taken from Earth by Pluto to the underworld. So this is the Purgatory today. 28, we start with Eden. This is not only it is. I'm gonna have little like a mass going on for Sunday. So how we read Tarot for growth. When we read Tarot for our deepest expansion, our deck originally becomes a sacred tool for healing, awakening and transformation. When we use Tarot for the present moment, there is no predictions, there is no scary news, no right or wrong, no good or bad, only medicine. Everything in this life is an invitation. When we say yes to the invitation that are best for us, we can live in alignment with our intuition, with our truth. So this is first of all how we're gonna use this reading. We take everything as a medicine, how we could possibly avoid the evil side of the EI and the loss of innocence, because this IE is indeed Age of Innocence. I have here a book I was reading, but I started to think about like, yeah, the Age of IE. It's actually, we could talk about it like a Age of Innocence, because we are very innocent about the EI. It can be military use, it can be controlling us, it can be faking every news, it can faking every personal contact, it can make everybody lose their heart, and all this kind of shit is gonna take loose. So let's face this. Animal wardens, woodland wardens, they're gonna give you guidance how to deal with this EI. A lot of challenge here. And not just that, I'm gonna say a 4-card spread from this book. And maybe I read this little bit here. This what Krans says. So, Divine Alchemist. This is about this. Krans, in her Oracle Guidebook, let me show. In her Oracle Guidebook, The Wild Unknown Alchemy, suggests that alchemy originated with the presence of the first flame, and many origin stories around the world begin with the separation of light from dark. Maybe we could even show this candle here while I read. So it kind of, alchemy started with the spark of light. With the first flame, spark or star, the pairs of opposites are born. The alchemist inquiry begins taking them into the journey of discovery. I wonder if what is dark can become light, what is lead can become gold, what is base can become noble, what is dormant can become awakened, what is finite can become infinite, what is outside of me is inside of me. With the lighting of every candle, may the story of alchemy continue to be revealed. So let's be alchemists today with this EI. There is Ashish. Hi, my name is Ashish. Welcome. Whoever is taking this reading, this is my weekly love reading. Every pile is also going to love, but we have this huge theme to understand what is going to happen to us, because Pluto is the next 20 years in Aquarius, and it's said to be the EI takes over then. So we're going to look into what is that thing. Now let's start with the... I pull every card live here, so this interesting reading. Pile number 1. We are starting that. So pile reading, you can pile any pile, but it's supposed to be that you use your intuition. So we have here, this is your advice card from the Woodland Warden, how to handle this EI. So there is boundaries. Something very important to set healthy boundaries. I'm gonna read that in the end. Let's put it in here with the dear mama. And then we have this solar plexus chakra. It's about being a hero and not a servant. Remember what is your own hero journey and not to be obeying everybody else. So kind of like what this EI is possible, the danger is, I can immediately think about, is that you would become this mass of controlled mass, and you would not have a clear identity, and you would be just following the crowd as the leaders want you to, and be controlled, and you cannot get out of it. But yes, you can have your own hero's journey. Everybody has a free choice, in the point that even if you ask angel guidance, no angel will help you if you don't ask help. So it's like you have to ask help. You have to ask, because you have a free will, and no angel will help you if you don't ask help. So anyway, this is now here. I really see this image is totally like the how we should remember our higher self, how powerful we are. We are not just like humans have the heart. We have such a, we are rooted, we are having the ancestor powers. We are not machines, we are not like robots. We are so much more, and this is kind of like a good to remember that we have our guardian angels also our sixth sense that we can use. This is the deck I'm going to use. Now let's start this reading. So first thing, I'm going to pull you a one rune. What is this weekly rune? Is creation. So this is very creative pile also. Of course, this is a weekly love reading, so I mean I do this every Sunday. We have here a little angel guidance now with what is the purpose. Even we are talking about this EI. What is the purpose here? We have environmentalist. You are an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Beautiful. This porcupine definitely likes the fact that you are this kind of earth angel. This boundary is like, oh, no other than the earth angels in this Eden. It's like environmentalist attitudes here. Then, yeah, this would be really like activist, like a hero, setting to save the earth. This is exactly, I have used this bluebells in my just new video where I was a mother and victim episode, one psychic toolkit episode available as a Christmas gift. And there is a very strict rules, very strict boundaries in this Belgian forest in April, that you cannot step on the flowers. And even there is a picture of me standing with my child in the forest of the bluebells. I was just standing in the end of a one path. So it looks in the picture, indeed, I stand and I violate the nature, but I was really taking care that I was just on the edge. So I didn't step to the flowers. But there is something about this, like don't step even to a single flower. Like this is important. The nature is important to preserve. You are kind of like environmentalist here. And creative, this is of course very Empress quality, to be able to create. It's part of like having this kind of natural things. Next thing, let's set here this Eden landscape. We have this emotional landscape with oh wow. Oh, now it falls. Let's put it here. Oh, it's gonna mediate with this wolf and a sheep. It's like a king of forest is there to talk some sense to this too. Pluto, of course, and wolf often is like a symbol of like a power hungry. Power is very much part of this Plutonian world. Often people don't know how to use the power right. They always go tyrants and so on. It's like, what's wrong with you people? Why can you handle the power well? Why can't there be more good king? Okay, here we have a adventure. Your Eden has adventure, and then you have this is forever love. Also heartfelt. And there is wild. So it's totally aligned with this environmentalist. Everything is very like a wild world here. And creation. Okay. Before we go to your tarot cards, I still have also this this Divine Alchemist doors. Which one we do first? Maybe current feelings of a person. We start with this some simple things. So pile number one, current feelings of your person. Here. Here. Not too many. Okay, let's have this. Barbarella, what's that screaming? A good many dramatic situations begin with screaming. She do her thing, love, in a labyrinth of love, in a deadly dollhouse, in a palace of pleasure, lost in space with Barbarella. It's also kind of activist, this Barbarella. It's just like fighting with love. Here we have, you are on the verge of having a life that most people can't even begin to imagine. Eddie Mora in Limitless 2011, that played Bradley Cooper, and NZT48 Brain Booster was something about this track. Then patience is necessary. One cannot reap immediately where one has sown. Soren Kierkegaard. It's kind of like really like this angel would be putting seeds here. Like you cannot immediately cut the trees when you have like just planted them. Memoria de Poppy Chaos. I can smell the danger in a stillness. On a balance with my left eye, I'm watching the crows to appear. This is also kind of like a really this fight in this kind of nature environment. Like, okay, there is this fallen shoulders. Sometimes you are kind of like very extremely going to your cause. It's not always easy. There is often chaos. And then these are current feelings of your person. Let me remind this. I like no. Feel so close by Calvin Harris. It's a force field. I feel so close to you right now. Meow. Then we have this snowman here. The Anubis Oracle, as above, so below. As without, so within. When you read and interpret oracle from any outer manifestation, the result will mirror and reflect your inner world and the energies you bring to the table to see what it is. Interesting. A reminder, we are soon using oracle. Maybe it's very meaningful. Just a reminder, like how everything is like reflection, the outer world. It's almost like you also in this Eden garden. You understand when we see the beauty outside, there is this mindset with this new technology and everything that there has to be high standards in your relationship too, but there has to be high standards, like as within, so without, as above, so below. Like it's like what kind of, like you could look around now, what kind of place you sit, it reflects who you are. Exactly. You are exactly that what is around you now. That's what you are. It's a bit harsh to say this, but that's the truth. Then we have, let's put little light on the table before we go into this, in this opening any doors and in this little bit darkish deck. Pile number one's light. I'm persistent. So there's that. I think next thing, I think the tarot cards I take in the end. So I will start with this alchemy cards. These are 4. It's gonna be long reading today. So we have here is initiation, fortune, resistance, and destination. So we're gonna look into this, i.e. development in this porcupine world where you need boundaries. What's going on? So the door of initiation, this is the first step to take. It must be done before everything else, even if you would rather avoid it. This card may remind you of a person, situation, a memory, or a dream. So you going into this, let's put this Pluto at the table to remind we are dealing with this. Dealing with this next 20 years. How is the paradise? How is the Eden garden gonna be? Is somebody gonna eat forbidden fruit there? Let's see. And so we have first the door of initiation. Oi, is this one? This is really made like a beehive, so I'm gonna have that. Next is the door of fortune. This is a door you will then be led into. Here you will find a new fortune, interest, or boon. So, pile number 1. Going into this Age of Innocence with EI. This is, oh my god, this one. Then we have the door of resistance. This is a new depth that will challenge your ego and your willingness to continue. This is ultimately why you may hesitate to take the step card requires. This one. I make 3 of these readings. It's going to be long reading, but it's pile number 1. And last, the Door of Destination. This is a vision of the future possibility. It may be hard to relate to this card now, but eventually, as you take the steps towards it, more will come into focus. For now, it remains elusive, waiting for you. So remember, I was saying like everything is like a medicine here. Let's look into. We have more understanding, more awakening here now. First, the Door of Initiation is gold. Okay, so you are kind of like having this interesting. I don't know if I read all these cards, but this can be also inside gold. But there is really this gold here. Let's see all the cards, and then we have the picture. The Door of Fortune, Blue Temple. Wow. The Door of Resistance. Okay, so there is this red and white rose. This is the Resistance. And the Door of Destination. Ah, there's blood. So this is kind of like an interesting, going toward really like being a human. We have blood, we are pulping, the heart is pulping, we are not animals, we are not, machines. We have a heart, we have a blood that circulates. It's in our veins, the life. Let me see what this is called. So this is now Doors of Wisdom. Talking about the age of IE. We have here Porcupine saying that you need boundaries. It's almost like Blue Temple tells about this water or water sources. This is like a money thing. This would be really like a Kundalini rising. This kind of like a, I think I have to verify this, but this red and white rose are here next to each other even. Even here is this whole story about this color is not mixing. They are separate units. And here we have to represent that they're separate is just a snake, but here they are next to each other. There's something interesting going on here, like a red and white rose. And that is the resistant, the white. And we have a white rose now on the table even here. Interestingly, that is the Innocence. And the red is, of course, could be the Innocence is lost. The wolf and the sheep has also red cape on them. Interesting. I have really the white flower theme going on. I have here even me with my granny. Here is, I was thinking the Eden is here with the deers. I want to show this because here we have a deers. Here I have this anemones also, white anemones. You will have white anemones in this Porcupine. This picture is definitely for your pile. There is me, 6 years old, with my granny. We both are almost same names, Silva and Sylva. She's my Swedish speaking granny. Anyway, in Helsinki. This is somehow meaningful. What could it be? I took here also a little like a book I got as a little child. Maybe I read here because this is really meaningful. I translate this Swedish poem. Little Silva rose bud. Mother's joy, father's hope. Become so good that you are, so everybody will always cherish you. Stay as good as you are now, so everybody will love you because you keep like a child's heart. There's something about that here now. This is also from my granny. I inherited a lot of puppets from my granny. And this is also rose in the hand. I know, like, I'm using my hands to pick the cards. It's like activating your palms. This is a red rose. Activating the palm. I'm using as a tarot reader my hands. This is here. So hand and heart shall never part. Like this thing is really what we do with the hand is very important. We should not forget that in the age of fire. What we do with the hand is connected to our heart. So there's something about that here. Okay, let me see. I think because this is the door of destination is this blood. It's like a bloodline almost. Something about blood. Let's read this destination, because here I told you a lot of stuff. I think we cannot go too deep into this here. This is your destination. The pulse, physicality, the body. Have no fear of the blood card. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian nature of our existence. Drop by drop, this sacred elixir reminds us that we are alive, not merely thinking beings, but being beings. When blood is the prima materia in the laboratory, the alchemist uses the physical body as the starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. Through the limbs, the organs, the cells, we witness the miracle of life, one heartbeat at a time. Eventually, the alchemist naturally partakes in practices that support and nourish blood's life-giving nature. We learn to honor and protect it. In alchemy, red is the color of vitality and radiance. With this card, you dropped into the vital realm. Sing the body's praises. And the blood card brings vitality to an entire reading. When it's present, it is as if all the other cards come alive and begin to grow, which is such a beautiful that you have the environmentals on top of it. It's really the growth. I was even giving you the speech about how you can use tarot for the growth. Maybe this is really meaningful here. How we can use even tarot for the growth, how we can use the EI for the growth, how we can put the seeds down that are like good for us and not bad seeds. Like we are in the Eden eventually. We are not in some bad forest, a suicidal forest that was mentioned in the Purgatory. We are in this paradise forest. Here we put seeds and we garden things. We take all the weeds out, we take all the shit out. Yes, that's what's going on here in this Eden. I wanna still see what is this blue temple, because the gold is kind of even inside gold, like what you have in shows out. Here is this blue. Okay, I have to see it here. Blue temple. Is this 54? What is it? Yes, 54. So this was your position. Let me show what was this. This was the door of destination. This is the fortune, the door of fortune. That was the initiation, the money kind of, the gold or the radiance inside. Have a kind of like you are like a rich inside out, like a good mindset. Then this is the first door of fortune. This is door you will then be led into. Here you will find a new fortune, interest or boon. This blue temple is that? Going not in order, but I felt like this has to be still be cleared. Celestial realm, the imagination, expansiveness. Welcome to the blue temple, the home of the alchemical imagination. You have entered a space of new depths, new possibilities. The inner eye opens and you become willing to see in a new way. To understand this card, one must study blue itself. It is the celestial color of the sky, the ocean, and the peacock's tail. Though potent, blue slips away. Through this color, our imagination threads together experiences both grim and glorious. Think blue films and blue ribbons, the halls of heaven and the harrows of melancholy. We are taken into the depths of mood, of tone, of the rhythm, of the blues. The eternal mystery of blue will only deepen as we study it, and this is precisely the point. Leave the cerebral behind, cloak yourself in the sapphire robe, and sit quietly in the vault of mysteries. Wow. There is this spiritual aspect. This card was also spiritual. So in the center, resistance comes a little bit about this rising, this energy. But in the end, you have to remember you are a human being, and you're a human being. That is the whole mission. You are going up, but you have to be grounded. There's this kind of wisdom here. Was there something about this? This is actually even to ponder with this card that the white rose become red. But it's like this flos sapientum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. So this is the resistant part. You have to feel the spirit through your body. Your body has your shadow. You have to, the spirit is like in your body. So that's your home. The body is the answer. It's gateway to the spiritual, the body. At its height, this card signals a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes, and during the birth process. It could be even giving a birth. That could be, blood is very much related to giving a birth, and this very natural thing to be a mother. And in esoteric yoga practice, this is like a Kundalini rising. Vital force arising, awakening. Anyway, this was a little bit resistance with that. This is the end destination. Anyway, this is now your alchemical cards. We can have them again because we're gonna use this deck for all these readings. That's why I want to take them live. They can come to all piles. Now we have still the advice from the Porcupine and Anemone. Boundaries. So, what the Porcupine wanna say you in the Garden of Eden? Pile number 1. The porcupine, with its impressive quills, is a well-known symbol of self-defense. According to legend common among Anishinaabe tribes, the porcupine got its quills by placing the branches of a hard-thorn tree on its back, defending itself against the bear. Nanabosho, the trickster spirit in Egyptian myth, saw the porcupine's cleverness and fashioned it a coat of quills to wear from then on. Just as the porcupine curls into a ball to defend itself from predators, the anemone flower turns inward and down during rainstorms, protecting its delicate petals from damage. You cannot help others unless you first help yourself. Maintain healthy boundaries around your time and energy, giving generously only once you sufficiently fed yourself. Okay. And how can I ensure my needs are met? Have I established healthy boundaries around my time and energy? Do I respect the boundaries of others? You could think about this. So this is your advice card. Interesting, this anemone is really like a, this is another kind of anemone here. In my granny, there is something really, what did your grandma teach you? This could come a good wisdom now in the age of AI. Like, remember this kind of basic home values and boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. It's interesting, really, the deers are also in my table. Anyway, this is now your pile number 1 reading. I still will give you a little love corner here. There's a love reading. Get this kind of whisper of angel here still. To have this guardian angel aspect for this. Oh yes, we have a tarot cards. Okay. So let me take the first tarot cards. I have too many cards. We have still the tarot cards for this pile number 1, of course. What now? Let's have about very simple. What you're aware of this situation and what are not. We are here, Knight of Wands, the most sexy night coming. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment happening. Temperance, balance is needed. And the Sun, happiest card tarot, very promising cards. This is angel card, of course. So you are going into this, if we are even talking still about this age of EI, you are very passionate. There is kind of like your needs are met. You are having like the goal to be balanced and the happiest person ever. Like there is really this kind of seek for happiness. This could be in your relationship currently. These are very positive cards. We have here like 2 majors and the minors are also like, this is the builder knight. It's really like somebody willing to rise up to the task, to kind of like this knight is coming to some kind of dinner party, like almost like Christmas eating. Like this is in the goal, like to eat well, drink well, enjoy life, drink well. It's almost like Belgium, you can drink very good beer. Somebody is like having this kind of mindset, like aware of this relationship. And then what you're not aware, Queen of Swords. Okay, so there is this very wise boundary setting queen who cuts the crap. There is another card too, you're not aware. And 5 of Wands. So there is a little bit like a talk to an angel. The angel is a little bit like a disciplining here, like okay, like a boundary setting. Yes. So the guardian angel, you're not aware that the guardian angel is kind of like setting boundaries here for you. Whatever you're wanting to do, all this party and happiness, there is certain boundaries that has to be respected. And it's almost like talk to your angel and don't fight with it. It's like seek peace with your guardian angel. And then there's this kind of Gemini air sign queen who's very strict with the boundaries as well. Or like what likes and what not. Like a boundary queen. This is a chaos card often. This is a queen of chaos. It's like able to make the pain to wisdom. So you're not aware of this. Maybe this environmentalist, exactly what is needed in the HI. You are needed to be rise to be this kind of like a boundary setting environmentalist who is like, okay, yes, you not awake and not thinking people. Yes, you want to do this and this with this EI, but okay, there are certain healthy boundaries that needs to be respected here also, if you want to keep this paradise. Okay, so this is this, and then one more angel advice. File number 1. Appreciate this moment. Again, beginning of the reading, I said like everything is medicine, and you have to drop to the present moment. Everything in this reading is medicine. It's not about predicting some, like it is to understand deeper what you need, what the world needs. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. 33, very, very like an Empress number. Beautiful. Eden advice. So the love can be found in the ordinary. And the mundane, like the just normal things, suddenly going to become like a paradise. The Eden is everywhere. Just look closer. Or listen to the shell, what the shell has to say. A bit like a listen to the angel, what the angel has to say. Keep open to this kind of messages. I said to you already, like nobody helps you. No angel will come if you don't ask help. You have a free will. So yes, you can get the guidance if you're willing to have it. And here we had the porcupine spirit animal here to say like, yes, boundaries are very, very healthy to have. Okay, so let's put the reading next one. Next ready, pile number 2. This deck was used, now we have a different. This card can be coming again. We see. Pile number 2 will come very soon. Did you like this reading? What do you think about it? I like there was like really beautiful things. So this here, this can come also again. So pile number 2, we got a third eye. You have like a really like a intel about like a third eye wisdom here. Interesting. I love to see different kind of energies. So let's put this still better. Ui. Here we have pile number 2. Here we have, I just realized like I forgot to put hashtags. So I think nobody see my reading because I really started it so fast that I actually was preparing everything else, but I forgot to put hashtags. So if you like this reading, push the like or share or do something, because otherwise nobody ever will find this EI the Divine Alchemist reading. Anyway, here we have a frog, the frog and lotus, Metamorphosis. This will be your advice from the woodland warden. You have a helping frog here. Gonna help you to understand this. What happens the next 20 years with the Pluto in Aquarius now? The rise of AI. What happens? You have also Halven deck. What did I took first? I took the angel card maybe? Guardian angel first. So pile number 2, your guardian angel is artist. Oh, such a beautiful thing. So yes, if anybody seeing this video, like and comment, because I forgot to put hashtags. I really forgot to put any hashtags, so I don't have like most likely people won't find this reading now. Anyway, engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area in your life. So if you're talking about this, i.e. age of innocence, like coming up, there is a huge potential for you to be a true artist. Like all these tools, all these EI tools can help you to be more like that, how it should be, how I also see it. It can really be helping the medicine, it can be helping the artist, it can helping us to be effective. But just remember, it's also a form of control, and it can be out of control. Then it's like taking control of us and we are like losing it. But anyway, here we have the artist. It's very nice. Let's take the rune for you. Pile number 2. You have good luck. Then what was the next thing? I think it's this current feelings of your person, pile number 2. And what is it here? feel with my hands. Here. Okay, something dropped to the floor. Oh, it's just interesting. Lucky clove even. Pile number 2. Current feelings of your person, the highest person for you. Solar plexus chakra. As I build a strong and resilient ego, I love and cherish all aspects of myself. Kind of artist needs to have a strong ego. It's a good thing. To know who you are. Think feelingly, Neville Goddard. This isn't something anyone else can do for you. You must be the one to do this. Stop wasting your money on courses or for other gurus or masters to do it for you. You must be the one doing it. Only then you experience the true power of the law. As we think we are, as we feel we are. Very good advice actually to be artist. Think feelingly. Feelings are really the material of the artist. Then we have here nice Northern Light. Joyride by Roxette. Don't need a book of wisdom. I get no money talk at all. She has a train going on downtown. She got a club on the moon and she's telling all her secrets in a wonderful balloon. Then we have here Winter. Log lady, this is message from the log. The answer is within the question. My log does not judge. We have here excited Innocense. It's very important actually to be artist that you're excited about something. Follow your excitement. That's really best advice I can give you. Shaman's Blues by Doors. There will never be another one like you. There will never be another one who can do the things you do. Oh, will you give another chance? Will you try a little try? Please stop and you will remember we were together all right. I know your moods and you are mine and you are mine. Green flags. Showing empathy, vulnerability, peaceful mindset, love is healing, healthy maturity, respect for boundaries, conscious relationship, loving, open friendships, spirituality, good communication, taking responsibility, supporting personal growth. There's all these green flags indeed. There is like a green glow even with green colors. A man will treat you according to the value he sees in you. Stay magical. Indeed, this is kind of sad. I've been treated bad. I know that nobody saw value in me, so oh my god. Like you should go away from those kind of people immediately because they don't see your value. You have to see it. Like have a healthy ego. Be the true artist. Focus on yourself. Put the focus back to yourself. Let these bastards go who are not seeing green flags because you are totally deserving to be treated like a queen. Okay. Then we have here crown chakra. I'm one with the source. Yes, artists usually are. We have here another kind of deer things. Here we have this deer couple. Maybe we bring them here now. Healthy green flags in the paradise. We are talking about Eden paradise now, Eden garden, because we had this Dante was now entering to the Eden. Okay, I'm just afraid this candle will do something. Okay. And let's put the apple here in the middle also. There's an apple in the Eden. We have here, what is this? The Huntress. Okay, no wonder I was starting to play with the deers. Like I'm like so intuitive. Like I didn't even I just saw this and I started to put this stuff here, and then we have a Huntress. Huntress, when I chose to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. Andre Lorde has said this. Very empowering stuff so far. And again, solar plexus chakra, I have the power to remove myself from all abusive and negative situations which harm me. Really, this Eden is clearly having like a artist here who knows the word and values and no shit show in this Eden garden. So next thing, what we're gonna do, yes, I have to put, of course, the emotional landscape. What is happening? Well, we already got a little emotions here. Let's see more. Emotional landscape of Eden. Enduring. File number 2, dating. Strong. And stay. What we have here? Summertime with you. Maybe there is some more memories of summer. Anyway, this is the atmosphere here. We still need a little light on the table before we go any more into this Alchemist. Hidden doors. What kind of like a light we have here? I am seen. So indeed, for artists, it's very important to be seen. This is actually very aligned with that too. So next we get this Divine Alchemist. What is your Divine Alchemist story? So a little heart here. Okay. We have here. Something is wanting to come still. Intelligent and sophisticated. And also quality time was still wanting to come. Okay. So all this is here. Now we're gonna see this spread. So, pile number 2, we have this Doors of Wisdom. What is it for you? So first is a door of initiation. This is the first step to take. It must be done before everything else. Then we have the door of fortune. This is the door you will be then led into. Here you will find your fortune and interest. Let's put this here. Third card is the door of resistance. This is a new depth that will challenge your ego and your willingness to continue. And the door of destination. This is a vision of the future possibility. Okay, I really have to feel it. Chantru, hello sister. Today December 9th is my birthday. Wow! Please play for it. Yes, happy birthday. Maybe I pulled this last card. This is the sacred destination. Oh no. So, wow. Happy birthday. Maybe we immediately, I don't have a bell to ring, but I'm gonna put this Imagine song now for the birthday. Yes, so this became a part of the reading, this Imagine song with John Lennon. Imagine there's no, what is it? Hunger or something. This is now your alchemy cards. Let's see, first one is, wow, Pluto arrived on the table. So we are talking about EA that I definitely connect to the Pluto, because Pluto is said to be the Pluto in Aquarius now is said to be really the age of EI, and the power struggle is real. Like there is really this kind of power dynamic going on. Like, do we stay on the light side or in the dark? Because Hades and Pluto are connected, like underworld. It's totally card of underworld, but this is now the door of initiation. You have to go through this kind of darkness, and maybe Sandru, you show up here, it's your birthday, maybe you feel a little bit dark. It is here, you have to go through this darkness, but let's see what comes. Here we also have this kind of wolf and a sheep here, representing this kind of thing that in the age of EI can be, we have to see who is the friend and who is the villain. But interesting, Pluto is here. This is the first step to take. It must be done before everything else. So even advice for you asking this guidance, you have to go through the darkness the only way. And I was showing this is really meaningful, this angel picture here. Of course, I connect, of course, it's a Sagittarius season. You are Sagittarius. Angel is completely this temperance card. So I think you have to remember your Sagittarius qualities, how you are this kind of balancing force. Even though Sagittarius is very free spirit, this, maybe you missed this, you can look again my intro, but now we are in the Eden, like the Purgatory 28. Dante enters to the Eden, and here he's really free roaming. He's really free witnessing this kind of Eden. And then I have now this kind of idea of like, if we are like inside Eden, and this is like age of innocence with EI, what kind of advice we could have now on this journey. And this pile is beautiful. It's the frog and lotus. This is very spiritual pile because the third eye chakra crystal also. So maybe this reading is for you, really. This is also connected to temperance, kind of the water. There is really some, and even the darkness is here. The lotus becomes lotus going through the muddy water. It really rises from the muddy water. The mud is there, and there comes this beautiful lotus, can be a white too. It's completely like a holy flower, let's say, when it opens. And it did went through the darkness. So there is really this kind of meaning here somehow, that you have to go through this dark. Remember how you handle it as a Sagittarius, how you have this kind of heart alchemy. It's very important. Next card is the Door of Fortune. This is the door you will then let into. Here you will find a new fortune, interest, or boon. What is this? Silver. Interesting metal. So here is this. Very like a black and white. We can read these cards. Let's see this forward. And then we have Door of Resistance. This is a new depth that will challenge your ego and your willingness to continue. This is ultimately why you may hesitate to take the step it requires. Ah, gold. Oh my God, you have really money here. Silver and gold. What a coincidence that you have really this kind of money power here. It's gathering wealth. You're going from silver to gold. It's almost like going through the dark makes you more rich inside or out. This can be inside richness too. Like light inside, richness inside, reflects the rich outside. It is really going like you are like a maturing to more valuable. Because gold, there's even this saying, silver, speaking is silver, being quiet or silent is gold. Even this. Interesting. Okay, then we have the Door of Destination. This is a vision of the future possibility. It may be hard to relate to this card now, but eventually, as you take the step toward it, more will come into focus. For now, it remains elusive, waiting for you. Wow, what a pile is this! Raven's head. And having a pearl, another kind of like a really like a valuable thing. This pearl, if the lotus is born in the muddy water, the pearl is also symbol of hardship, and it becomes a beautiful pearl through the pearl because the little sand piece is like inside the shell, and it's just like going and going with time and becoming a pearl. Wow, it's totally like you are like maturing. And this is a messenger, and it's messenger of the underworld. So if everything was happening in this dark, The destination is to be this wise crow. Now, maybe Game of Thrones, the crow people, how is called, the men watching the borders. They had this crow also as they like a helping animal. This is very beautiful. Wow, this is such a powerful. Wow. Artists often have this wound that makes them like you are okay with all that you are, and it makes you just more powerful. So even like this flower becomes more like a white merging from the mud. This pearl becomes more shiny with the age. The silver gets to gold. There's really these themes of like a maturing something into more valuable. Here is quality time. Strong. Interesting, Eden. Which card we would read? Maybe the Pluto first, because this is really even if you had a luck on the table, this is the same thing. X, good luck. I don't know if somebody's thinking about the X, but we have a lot of X here. Like maybe there is some unfinished business even with your X. There is a lot of like X like numbers here. So that's also what I get. X is of course 10, number 10, because we are having really love reading. It could be even 10th of December, who knows, like what we are talking about. I was really wanting to look very far, like thinking about this whole next 20 years. But Pluto is this door, initiation door that you have to take first. The underworld, power, compulsion. Pluto's realm is one of deep and undeniable power. Known as the planet of the underworld, Pluto has a captivating effect that pulls us into its depths, leading to all things excessive and Dionysian in nature. Images of the resurrection, possession, the sacred heart, birth, sex, and death are all symbols of Pluto's volatile energy. When this card shows up, know that everything will be amplified as if through a live wire. It's all about power and maybe even addiction. Though Pluto's force field can be ruthless, this tiny planet pushes us toward necessary growth. When we follow its mesmerizing pulse, we are taken into the depths to be changed. There's no point in pretending the underworld is not at work. Admit that you are in it and find the support you need. Not making it worse is a big accomplishment. And you should watch the movie Labyrinth, for example, to go deeper. And in palmistry, it's said that the energy of Pluto resides in the mound of the hand above the heart line and below the headline. Locate your mound of Pluto. Me, I'm totally aware that I'm using the power in my hands to take these cards. And you can activate the chakras in your hands also, like simple, like this, and then like energy balls and stuff like this. But you can really start doing even mantras. This, using your brain power, do all kind of mantras. Maybe this is even, because this looks even, kind of like it could be made with hand. You're holding the pearl. It might be really some kind of like a wisdom coming here. Gold and silver. From silver to gold. The gold is this resistance here. Maybe the money is something, but it's also the value. Let's read this door of resistance, because that might be meaningful. Of course, maybe from the order, like a silver was first, the door of fortune. This is the door you will then be let into. Here you will find a new fortune, interest, or boon. So maybe I have to let you know what is this. Silver shines eternally in second position. It is the lesser sibling, the one that's not quite there yet. A true alchemist does not resist this truth, but rather studies its subtle implications and its wisdom. Silver requires polishing, or the surface tarnishes over time. Mirrors require cleaning, or the image clouds and distorts. Whereas gold sustains its own malleable radiance, silver asks for our participation. We must work at it. Don't give up now. Silver wants to build relationships. Like the moon, a mirror, or a poem, let it reflect an image back. With an open heart and one more moment of willingness, the seemingly cold, stark surface of silver opens into the imaginal realm. What is there? Your own vastness, the mysteries that beckon you on moonlight nights. Through our daily devotion, to silver, we find the truest gold. Interesting, because the next is the gold, so this sentence becomes very meaningful. Through our daily devotion to silver, we find the truest gold. So polishing something that is murky and muddy then leads to this gold. Polishing as practice. This darkness, you have to kind of artists would really like need to work on the art piece, and the material is like working on you. There is really this thing I read in the beginning also. No, I didn't read, but I was reading from this book something. Maybe I read here because I mentioned it. It's beautiful how this Kim Krans is explaining that she had this teacher in the art school. You have here an artist. It's really like related to this story. Here she was busy making this art piece, and there was this kind of giant ball, and inside a ball, and then she was getting frustrated because it took ages to do, and the teacher kept saying that there is a truth in the material. And then she was having this kind of talk with the teacher that I read it directly from this book. So her tiny office just off the sculpture room was filled with books of Chinese art, Egyptian art, Renaissance art, modernist Shakespeare, Taoism, you name it. I stared at the stacks, wanting to disappear into their pages, and my eyes began to water. I would never be an artist. What did it all matter anyway? She watched me in silence. I wanted to tell her I couldn't complete my sculpture, that I could accept an F in the class. Instead, what came out of my mouth was the truth. My parents are getting a divorce, I said. She sat in stillness as I cried. In a few moments, she asked me to look out into the studio and describe my abstract sculpture to her. Though confused, I did my best. It's a big empty sphere. Here is this. It's a big empty sphere, I said, splitting into two, and there is a smaller sphere floating inside. Yes, she said, the material tells the truth. That is the secret of art. You are the sphere inside. You have made exactly the thing you needed to see. What do you mean? I asked. Finish your work, she said. I returned in the sculpture and picked up my bucket, mixing powdered plaster in the lukewarm water, just as she taught us to do. Not too hot, or the plaster would run thin, not too cold, or it would never congeal. Before she left that day, she said, I bet you thought you were working on a sculpture. Maybe the sculpture has been working on you. So this is something, your prima materia is silver. It's almost like this ball is here. You are asked to polish this stuff. There's like a dark spots in it. And you are asked to be like making it like a silverware, like families have, like interesting. Her art piece was this thing, and then they were like having, there was a crack in this big ball, and then inside was this small. So here we have also really similar image. The gold. maybe this person actually made this gold card like this because it's such a gold for her, this whole art piece. So she bring it even into this card. It's really similar, but in your case, there is a lot hidden inside. And that's a resistance to go to look for that hidden gold. You are just on the surface first. The darkness is asking you to go deeper. The darkness is always asking us to go deeper. And it's scary, of course, the unknown is scary. But there, eventually, there is that pearl that also is inside of a shell. There's really interesting stuff going on here. I think I have to read the gold too. So, I find this reading gets interesting like this. It's gold. This is the resistance point. This is the door of resistance in this doors of wisdom. This is a new depth that will challenge your ego and your willingness to continue. This is ultimately why you may hesitate to take the step card requires. Illumination, splendor, culmination. The alchemist gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as gold of wise, philosophic gold, the ethereal stone of the divine kind essence. Among countless other names, for our purposes we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? It mimics quality of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warm and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with the heart. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it, get to know its properties and its source. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemist to lose their way. Reverence is the key. Now I have time to read these comments. Missing my wife today. We have been wishing, who have been wishing me all these 12 years. But this time I'm still waiting if she would forgive me and come back to me. I think this story is really for you because there was a separation of this parent, even part of this artist story. But the whole thing is to try to find the almost like I have here, this reading is pointing to be this inside Eden, age of innocence with EI. It's like going back to the innocence, the heart can be unheard. Inside deep within, something is unheard. It's not everything is taken out. Not everything is like gone. You, of course, have a birthday today. That is definitely the gold. Like your existence, like you are like here for, like I'm seen. Like even you are seen, Chandru, for your birthday today. Like people are listening this and like. Here I see this apple is even silver. This is goddess fruit. So I don't know what is it now that you are asked to go all this transformation, enduring. I think you have to just be open-minded about all this. We will have this advice. This reading was, of course, going to be advice even of this kind of Eden paradise in the sense of EI, but it could be in relationship-wise. I'm just saying, like, what I see here is really, there is deep within something valuable and not everything is lost. So it's very hopeful message here. And the summertime with you, of course, the sun is here and the gold is sun. Maybe there is some pictures that could bring you joy. But I don't know your relationship. There must be a reason why this separation happened. Sometimes something has to be broken to then like a tower moment, like the foundation was not good enough. So there is something that has to change. And this is the ultimate change. Like staying is much more stronger than leaving. So of course, that is there. Like it asks a lot, this handling this kind of dark forces to stay when things are hard. But this kind of say that if you are going through this dark, it is worth it. Artist is very creative here, of course. You need to be creative also. Okay, let's see. The last is still pile number 2 is the door of destination. This is a vision of the future possibility, and that's the raven's head. Oi, oi, oi. What is this number? Let's see. Kaput korvi, raven's head. But this is your birthday. I love these cards. Used to be, if you came online just with this is such a powerful, very hopeful message. Very, very hopeful message. Initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. To alchemy is filled with a myriad of open-ended symbols. The raven's head has a precise message. It arrives to mark the beginning of the work. This card indicates something has occurred, known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. With its mighty churning, things are about to change on every level. The raven's work cannot be undone, just as the pill cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back to sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your doubts matter not to the raven, as its appearance signifies it has chosen you. You are ready and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The raven coughs a clear no. It does not apologize, and it knows your destiny is great. This is us to go deeper, watch the Alfred Hitchcock movie The Birds. Anyway, this is really like you are led to this kind of dark path, but this is opportunity also. Spirit wants to say you this. You are here, even on your birthday, Sandro. There is some meaning here. There's some message for you. Now we will look at the tarot cards. The Halloween deck. I want to show you what you are aware of this situation and what not. This was still. So this Three of Pumpkins is like a teamwork. It's like a contracts or agreements with the people. Maybe this is even the marriage contract, or how I say, like you're married, you have these papers, but you're not aware. This is a Sagittarius card, so it's beautiful. This is Sandro has a birthday. It's totally Sagittarius. This is like a new chapter, a new journey, kind of going into the dark with this light. This is like a full card of them minors. Got very youthful spirit here. Here we have this energy of like not being enough, not having enough. Maybe this is even like you, and then you see your like a wife. I'm now talking to Sandra because I know it's a separation. This is really clearly like a mother with a child, looking like that. But then we have this community. It's almost like Christmas party. They're heading towards this kind of Christmas party. This is the same energy what the man is holding here. So I don't know if you could be part of these Christmas celebrations or your birthday. Like they are turning the back, but they are heading to this kind of same energy that he has. So maybe they are relatives connected. There is some kind of family connections. That this is marriage, of course. This is the celebration. This is like this could be even your birthday. This 1111 is like, it could be a date even. 11 is this number, 1111. But you're not aware. Interesting, like this is like little devil is here saying like, psst. Don't you know there is a party over there? Don't you know you could also go there? I don't know. They're all going to that direction. So maybe there could be this kind of peaceful meeting. Christmas is completely a moment of forgiving and being grateful what you have and so forth. So this is the fire energy. This is the fire starter. So I think you should understand your role as this kind of fire starter. This is just, you're aware of like a money and this kind of agreements, and like kind of like a architect, like a building this building. Kind of artist at work here too, because this is often like a building this church. Here is kind of same kind of arcs. Maybe I verify this with something. Maybe I do. I have here the classic tarot card. Let me verify this. What is this now? If this is for Sandru, it can be for other people too, but what is here wanting to say to you? Wow! Happy cards. This is marriage and this is wish fulfillment, and this is a 9 of cups to 10 of cups. I would say there is a possibility to unite with the family. This is also related to family. This is from 9 to 10. But this is, of course, it's you, because this is your birthday, it's 9th of December. This is your happy moment. This wants to tell it's your birthday. Yes, that's totally spirit world. They see you. You are kind of celebrative mood. You have a much more higher energy than these people. I don't know if you can be guiding light to the others, because you have such a good energy. You're able to have it. I mean, of course, if you have a birthday, you are like. But this could be telling about the days too. It's today and tomorrow. And then there is this family together. I think if this is now for Sandru, you should talk to your wife, even his ex-wife or whatever. But this is, if this is a dates, today is your birthday, tomorrow is a happiness to meet the person. So why not to open communication? You clearly wanna, like, you miss your wife and you have like something there, like you wanna talk. This is opportunity now. Okay, let's see this. Let's take another deck so we are not, we can have the same cards. Wait. Here we have, what is this wife thing going on here? Lovers. Wow. Not sure if your wife is Gemini, but this is a Gemini card, of course. Major choices: love, soulmate, kindred spirit, perfect union, partnership, relationship, romance, desire, sexual connection, shared values. My person's values system lead me to love. It could be even the values are really important to your wife. Like this, it's like a, but this 6. I don't remember if you told me this horoscope sign of your wife, but this will be Gemini card. But there is something about Gemini now. Was it the Jupiter in Gemini? The luck is here. There is no. Of course, the full moon. The next full moon. This is a full moon party kind of here going on. It is a Gemini full moon. That could be the thing. They are heading to this. There's something about Gemini full moon now, 15th of December. Something about this Gemini full moon. Yes, this is now. This is just for Chandru. I just picked it up. Anyway, let's have advice now for this whole pile. The Frog and Lotus, Metamorphosis. This is also number 6. Same thing. Things could be changing here. We had here always metamorphosis with this pearl, with this silver to gold. You have to be willing to do the work, the hard work, the dark work. You have to be willing to go to this Plutonian world to be like a even afraid. It's worth it. Often the love is in unknown. There is really this, the best love is felt when you don't have anything. You can have everything because you don't have anything. Something like this. Oh, I was taking wrong deck. Where is my... where did I put the woodland animals? Ui. I was taking something else in my hands. Okay, ui. Okay, everything is out to mix here now. Woodland animal. Yes, and beautifully confirmation. Before this reading, I put here just a page marker, 10 of cups. And here you have it. This is definitely for you. Like, I didn't even know I'm gonna pick this. And here as a page marker, I have the same card, and this is this traveling guy with a valise. A baggage. This is definitely something for you. You got some baggage that you have to kind of handle. Yes. Anyway, this is your advice. This advice is supposed to be even, about inside of even, age of innocence with EI, like the frog give you even advice or handle the EI, the artificial intelligence, for the next 20 years. So here we go. Metamorphosis. This card reminds us that the change is natural, rebirth is possible, and healing balance can be achieved. The frog developing as it does from a tiny tadpole symbolizes transformation. The lotus flower too symbolizes rebirth, unfurling even amid murky waters. Going through such a change can be difficult and struggle, but the resulting metamorphosis opens us to growth, self-acceptance, and happiness, which is totally showing here too. Consider what in your life needs changing and think about the steps you can take to achieve that change. You owe it to yourself to allow your own growth and rebirth. Yes, and the questions were, what can I change in myself or my life for the better? How can I be more accepting of change I cannot control? This I statement in the argument situation, you can solve this by using I statement. I feel this way. For example, today is my birthday. I feel like missing you. For Sandro, for example, for your wife, you comment. When you say I statement, that's how you feel. You're not accusing you always this, you always that, you never listen, you did this. Like, stop the you consciousness, focus on this own process. Like, at least this is your one life, you know. You possible still, Sandro, you love your wife, or there's something there that is not settled, but it's part of your growth also to go through this. Interesting, this lovers is showing to your wife. Like, I see that this is your wife, but this can be really bad mindset to not have enough, to be like having this poor mindset, while there is a spirit guidance here clearly in this church, but is also this person is here making these things in here. This lights in the church window, while here they don't notice it. Look, the same are here, while the man is busy to kind of put there these pumpkin lights. So I think you have to, definitely Gemini card is also here to communicate. The communication is everything here in this relationship. You have to have a healthy, open communication. Quality time is even here. Strong, yes, being strong is important, to have a healthy, strong ego. Like what you want, who you are. Know that also. And maybe then you learn that this relationship is completely over, but at least you like look together, communicate healthy way is like one thing. Anyway, I try to now give this kind of guidance also. It's your birthday, Sandro, so I think this is definitely your reading. I'm happy if I can give this for you. There is one more card. There's a Lover's Whisper of Angels here. So this is still... two cards. So there is Back to What You Love, Re-Evaluate Your Desires. It's really like this own journey, coming from this kind of darkness to more light. Then we have also here, it's kind of landing to this side, and this side is Honesty is Essential, Speak with Love and Truth. It's kind of leaving this mask away. Like if you go this almost like a masquerade party here. But it is asked to speak with love and truth. Drop the masks. Okay. Crow is this kind of mystical bird too, but completely be this kind of connected to this energy. So this is a pile number 2. I'm really busy. I have to put back these cards here. Let's move to the pile number 3. We still have interesting wolf energy coming up. So that too. I love to see this kind of same. It's like a divinely guided. This was gonna happen today. Even I'm happy to see this Pluto energy. It can be really powerful when you get Pluto cards. It's like total power. Power. So anyway, if you like this reading, put like and I forgot to put hashtags today to my reading, so I think nobody finds it. Really started like I have 0 hashtags, and of course then nobody even see it if it would be freely in the internet. So let's clean this thing. It's getting very long reading. I'm getting kind of ambitious about these readings. I really like this Eden theme because these are this first chapter in the Eden now in Dante. If you didn't hear what I was telling you in the beginning of this reading, I read this whole thing about the Dante entering to the Eden. So kind of the Lover's card is very like an Eden too. Here I have this kind of Eros and Psyche, that if there is this angel, the Psyche actually likes the angel more. Like a love with the angel. Maybe that's meaningful in the next pile. Higher self. Let's see. This will be the pile number 3 soon. Pile number 3 is getting ready. Pile number 3, I might have picked it because it's having Sacral, Chakra, Emperor, and Empress. And where was this? Was it here? And your advice card for this Inside Eden, Age of Innocence with EI is the Wolf and Rosehip, Guardianship. Wolf is in the paradise to give you spirit animal guidance. Wolf is in our paradise too, I mean Eden, because there is this wolf and the sheep here. You got the Erotic Fantasy Tarot, that's your deck. Anyway, what is the first thing we do here? Let's see. Gonna do little emotional landscape. Emotional landscape. What is happening in this Eden garden? This is coming a lot. Okay, here we have community. We have here ambitious. Reaching out to you. Engaging. Sometimes indeed with intuition you might pick more piles. Vulnerable. And obsessed. It's anyway very beautiful to be vulnerable in a relationship. That's like a true love, to be able to be sharing your truth with somebody. It's like true intimacy. The wolf can be the wolf back here. Who knows what is your tribe when you go into this age of EI. Wolf is very beautiful. I feel like putting this deer couple here. Pluto can be, okay, can be still here. Oh yeah. No, they have to be here. I'm like, end up playing with these dolls. Anyway, I just want to feel like the setting reflects what's going on here. Apple could be still somewhere like in the middle here. And your crystal here. Now, let's put a little light here on this table. Is the light in this Eden garden? This light. There's this feather. Angel feather. I think the angel is somehow meaningful here. I'm fun and funny, so the humor is needed to lighten up the situation. Let's put this wolf here. Then we have next rune. Pile number 3, your rune for the week. What is it? We have here hope. There's hope. Next we go the current feelings of your person. Pile number 3. Gonna mix this thing. To remind you, I will soon start again to do the extensive horoscope readings. So when the full moon comes, I will start doing that. So not yet, but soon I will start doing this too. And I will let them be available, this extensive reading for some days, and then they go back to the membership like where they belong. Extensive reading are like that. They are available if you take my membership. I would also like to earn with YouTube. So far I kind of get peanuts. So if you want to support for Christmas, it's a nice thing. Okay, one more, maybe one more, this one. This, okay. Current feelings of your person. Pile number 3 we have here. Set fire to the rain by Adele. But I set fire to the rain, watched it pour as I touched your face. Well, it burned while I cried, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. All the things you said, all the things you say, but I set fire. All the things you say, they were never true, never true. We have here, I am tired to dance alone. I'm ready to dance with you. Hot and cold, runner and chaser, fear of abandonment, fear of feeling, roller coaster, good and bad, triggering emotions, polarity, naked and vulnerable, cat and mouse. So this is kind of fire here also. It's kind of same as the other song. Charles Bukowski was a Leo. FBI kept file on him as a result of his column Nose of a Dirty Old Man in LA newspaper Open City. Who knows what is this FBI thing here? Maybe somebody is like obsessed. They are kind of like FBI about you. Maybe it's that. Keeping a file. Tiffany's Cartier's Black Star Frostcoam. Talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. It's nice. Diamonds are the girl's best friend. Then we have here Oskar Nygren. Yes, I saw this interesting talk. If you want to look, Google Oskar Nygren, and he has made this talk with this Katarina Carlson about false identity. How we have power over inner saboteur. There is weakness, focus on this outcome, and then false identity, and then we turn it to better is we give our power away if we have not identified our true identity. We allow inner saboteur in, but If we know our true nature, we can defend ourselves against inner saboteur. And true self is love, you have vision, you have courage, you have unique expression in the world. That's a true identity. Forming a new habit takes at least 21 days, possible 90 days. I think in this reading, talking about going to this kind of like a age of IEI, as a guardianship, I think is like paying attention to your habits. Are they healthy? Having this kind of guardianship that you are founding everything is love and vision, and not that you have this weakness and outcome, all this, like which wolf you feed comes clearly. Like, do you feed your weaknesses or you feed your like a love? Which wolf you feed, the dark wolf or the white wolf? And this would be really important now in the age of IE also, which kind of like a thing you feed, what you let be in this Eden. Are you true, vulnerable? Are you true to yourself even? The current feelings of a person is like, what is this? Okay, Six of Cups. Innocence is not lost anymore. Adam and Eve. Interesting, this whole reading started me reading you about the Eden Garden and Adam and Eve. I got you, baby. This is Eden. You are my soulmate. I remember heaven. Wow. So we got this Eden card even and this apple here. It's here. Eden Garden. Okay, Six of Cups is really like a lost innocence. And like the person feel like there's this beautiful soulmate energy. And yin and yang, balance, fusion, oneness, harmony, twin flames, anima and animus, light and shadow, lock and key, closeness coming together. So very this kind of polar opposites. Adam and Eve. We have here, I wanna be creator, not martyr. That's totally, I forgot to even say about this. Adam and Eve in this pile is kind of like the emperor and empress in their power, enjoying their sexuality, enjoying their creativity, enjoying their gifts, keeping the kingdom safe, not falling to be a martyr. Here we go. I wanna be creator, not martyr. Act of self-sabotage when you do martyr, and that's again the inner weakness. Sacral chakra, healing, creativity, sexuality, emperor and empress in power, yes. So this is also how you are, the emperor and empress. You're aligned with your true identity. And that EI indeed is a fake world. Fight against that. Joyride by Roxette. Don't need no fortune teller to know where my lucky love belongs. Wow, no, cause it all begins again when it ends. Yeah, and we are all magic friends, magic friends, magic friends. She says, hello, you fool, I love you. Come on, join the joyride. The sunshine is a lady who, what is it? Rocks you like a baby. And the baby is here in this balloon. Maybe the Eden, it's really like every Eden has a like a 10 of Pentacles. There is a moment of fruit. And if the loving relationship is very blissful, there will be a fruit. And that could be even a baby. Like there is like a family, children, there is this value in this relationship. Hope. Something is here. Eurovision Bambi took. Doomsday Blue. Interesting, the Bambi took when we have this kind of Bambis on the table. This was very like a little bit like a, can I say this word? A bit like a devilish act. If you wanna Google this Doomsday Blue, it's really like a controversial from Ireland. I guess you said rather. I guess you rather have star than the moon. I guess I always overestimated you. Who do all the things that you do? I'm down in my doomsday blues. For your romance I beg, steal and borrow. It's draining me hollow. You can you could slow dance me out of the sorrow, but your favorite color compared to others is doomsday blue. Okay, very like somebody is giving even the like a shirts on or like anything they got to just be really obsessed. Like I give you everything, baby. Like I give you everything. Like even if my ice cube and I melt into pool, like I lose myself here because you are the fire. Then know thyself, Oscar Nygren, Katarina Kars. Okay, there's another wisdom from the same video. So maybe you should really see this video. This kind of new video about this inner saboteur. Know thyself. How to use the inner saboteur to your advantage. Top 2% understand, like top 2 people in this world understand the inner saboteur and have managed it and have turned it around. So first, find out who your inner saboteur says you are. Know it's a lie, but be ready to identify all your habits. 2, turn the fake idea to positive opportunity. Victim to hero, victim to mother. Men would identify themselves as king, warrior, magician, and lover if they are in this positive archetype. You could read this book. It's book King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. That is positive. And know what your shadow side of this. Mother, heroine, wise woman, medicine woman, vibrant, radiant, glowing is the positive here also. Understand that opposite is that false identity. Okay, interesting. We're really having similar themes here. Now I think we go, the next part is this interesting doors. King Krans, Unknown Alchemy, Oracle. So, pile number 3, what's coming up? Is anybody finding my reading? I didn't hashtag anything, I was just starting it because sometimes I'm really focused on the content, so I'm not thinking about who is gonna see this. Like I just like F this, I'm gonna do this reading Sunday, I wanna make it as good as possible, and then I forget to put the hashtags, and of course that's very important if people would actually find this reading. Nobody finds it, like what's the point to, if the tree falls and nobody sees it, like who cares? But anyway, I care. So we got now this Doors of Wisdom, pile number 3. Initiation. The door of initiation is this. Door of Fortune, pile number 3. Let's have your own crystal. The Poor door, the door of Fortune. Interesting, you got 2 door of, it's not only one. For some reason, you are getting this kind of honey shape here suddenly. Interesting, these cards can do this. You got interestingly 2 cards for this Fortune. Then we have the Door of Resistance. What is that? It's this. And then we got still the Door of Destination. Where are you going? Pile number 3. Where are you? Things are dropping here. This. I already saw it, but it's here. So, let's see. First card is Ouroboros, the Great Serpent. Interesting. Door of Initiation. Let's open this all and then we see. Great Serpent, the Ouroboros, the one who is tail. course, we are talking here about the inside of Eden, age of innocence with EI and doors of wisdom. All this kind of thing in motion here, big energies. Door of fortune, two things. Against nature, and darkening. And there's a dark here also. Did I got your angel card? What angel card you had? Did I took it? I'm like starting to wonder, like, did I start this reading giving you angel card? Because I'm like, where is that angel on the table? Maybe we didn't have it. Eden, there was no original angel. We have to have it. Getting very dark here. Angel is needed. What is your angel? Trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So this is important. In the darkness we trust. Whatever, very similar colors. The snake is now here. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, then we get this, the door of resistance. This is a new depth that will challenge your ego and willingness to continue. Wow. The peacock's tail. Interesting colored stuff going on here. Talks about really this kind of peacock is usually really like a visible. Then we have the door of destination, calcification. Wow. Birds are flying up. This interesting color combination is now here. Pineapple tree, and you should trust the process. Trust this process. This Ouroboros is totally magician, has it on the hips. You know, this snake. This neck here. Can I get it out from here? It's totally the performer, the alchemist is here. Here with this card. This is completely related to this. This is the Ouroboros here. Alchemist in the laboratory is here. Magician. Gemini, also Virgo. Ruling planet Mercury. What else is going on here in Eden? Inside of Eden. There is a crow also, like there was also the pearl is now underneath the claws. This was in the other pile too. Let's read a little bit this. So this door of initiation is this Ouroboros, the first step to take must be done before everything else, even if you would rather avoid it. This card may remind you of a person, a situation, a memory, or a dream. So this is connected to magician. Who in your world is this kind of magician? Who is in this laboratory? Who is this kind of action taker using all the elements on the table, like cup, sword, wand, money? Like, who is this kind of artist here? What is this? Ouroboros. Is this 75? What is it? No, what is this number? I'm like sometimes like looking. XL5 45. Yes. Great serpent. You have to go through this first. The tail eater, the guardian, quantum realm. The Ouroboros is the all-encompassing cliff of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship. The guardianship, the same as your guardianship. Exactly the same word is here. Guardianship. Wolf. This is so aligned. Giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation, like mouth of a wolf. Anything can, like an EI, you offer the everything and it use everything you put in the internet. It use everything you give, like a some kind of like a, how is it? Somebody's fishing your information. This wolf is taking everything in. Anything and everything can be offered into his mouth for transformation. Good, bad, plasmerous or precious, the materials of your life transmute into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with your woos, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine, what is sky becomes earth, what is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. Ponder your iris encircling the pupil and what is it? Note that the great serpent eats itself, not others. The work starts and ends with the alchemist themselves. Through this remembrance, the alchemist learns to service with the world. It's really your own like a growth here. Really like a whole your life is a material. Guardianship. This is giving advice to this kind of door you have to open. The great serpent connected to the magician. Then Metamorphosis and the against nature came both together. What is this against nature? We are having here now fortune. The door you will take and be let into, here you will find a new fortune, interest or boon. So what is against nature? No, I should just look from the... maybe here I find it. Here. Willfulness to force or control. On some level, we all know when we are going against nature. We recognize it in feelings of impatience and agitation that arise when trying to force certain outcomes. The Contra Naturum card arrives to remind the alchemist they cannot control the uncontrollable. Nature has its way enveloping us in a wild narrative that we can collaborate in but not dictate. No matter our efforts to manage every aspect of our lives, the mess ensues. Spring is soggy, the lotus requires mud, people do what they do. This card heeds a warning not to fight the flow of Mother Nature or of destiny. Once we loosen the grip of what we think life should look like, a whole new realm of possibilities awakens. Now is a time to be radically open to what nature has in store for you. And what we resist persists. It's got a black box here. Talking about the age of EI. What is it? Darkening. Stealth. Anyway, you have to go through this door. Depth, readiness, churning. Just gonna read this. Closing your eyes is a voluntary expression of darkening. By practicing it daily, we drop into the depths and surrender. As the alchemist's eyes adjust, transformation begins. And in alchemy, darkness is an achievement. It indicates material has been through a significant occurrence, sometimes called an initiatory experience, that has brought it into a state of readiness for the work. The darkness prepares us. We moved beyond the small talk and chit-chat of the upper world and descend into the psychic layers of the soul. We admit who we are fully and bravely and thus open ourselves to the process of transformation. Willing to be this, open to this fate or destiny or something, and trust is part of it. Trust even you have to be eyes closed going somewhere. Next thing is the door of resistance, a new depth, is the peacock's tail. Hui. Full vision, the spectrum, inclusivity. The peacock's tail is a sacred image in alchemy. The mesmerizing display of tail feathers opens to mark the alchemist having shifted from single to multi-perspective. This is a great achievement. The alchemist has opened 1,000 sets of eyes instead of one. They discarded black and white thinking and allowed the full spectrum of colors, nuances, and solutions to come into their fold. Creative solutions to complex social and political polarities can be found in this sacred space. The force field of possibilities has opened and the alchemist has entered a new paradigm belonging to multiplicity, dimensionality, and inclusion. Utilize this perspective for positive change while it lasts. When falling back into black and white thinking, as any alchemist will do, envision the splendor of the peacock's tail. Each feather contains a shimmering universe of possibility. And in the beginning of the reading, I had this feather going around here, like this is somehow meaningful. 1,000 eyes. Bring as much color in as you can today. Experiment. Use it as a therapeutic mean of expression and a way to loosen up rigid thoughts, which could be in this kind of closed box. Rigid thought. You need color. Like it's coming from this new vision. But you're maybe resistant to go so like from dark to all these colors. And then we have the last card is your destination. This is vision of the future possibility, and that is calcification. I think that was the light, really like a light, something like that. Heat, fire, desire. Calcination is the great alchemical operation of fire. It occurs when there is enough heat in the vessel to transform the nature of that which is solid or fixed. How does calcination begin? With a tiny glimmer, an urge, a desire that builds into a robust flame. On a psychic level, this stage may be an uprising of emotion that has been repressed or dismissed. If it wants something big to change, to be brought to the light and purified, perhaps a flawed ideology, institutional outlook. Frustration, anger are wondrous change makers if the heat is channeled with space, time, and awareness. The transformation that occurs from calcination is rarely harmonious. It requires commitment and a willingness to sit through discomfort as old patterns fall into the ashes. The flame initiates sacred change and eventually the Venus rises. And here we had already the peacock. It's almost like this bird stuff is here. Like first come this kind of like a peacock, then even the phoenix. Oh my god. The color of fire. Contemplate Lao Tzu teaching, the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. And honor the element of fire today in a literal or metaphorical way. And in the beginning of this whole thing, I was reading about the Divine Alchemist, and how Kim Krans in her Oracle Guidebook, while this alchemy suggests that the alchemy originated with the presence of the first flame, and many original stories around the world begin with the separation of light from dark. That is going on here. You should listen to what I said in the beginning of this thing. Separation of the light and dark. The dark is here, and then we are focusing on the color and the light. beautiful, like door of wisdom going towards this kind of light. With the first flame, a spark or star, the pairs of the opposites are born. The alchemist inquiry begins, taking them on the journey of discovery. This is really being more open to trusting that more is possible, trusting that you can turn this damn inner supporter to the healthy, successful, true identity. All this, but okay, let's have a last. No, we don't have this last. We have now your tarot cards. This erotic fantasy tarot showing about this situation, what is in this relationship going on. Here we have one, and what you're not aware, maybe one more. Oops. Okay, so the chaos is really this darkness, this kind of arguments with people or like setting the boundaries. This chaos card is here. But you're not aware. Beautiful. Nine of Pentacles, independent woman, like and the Sagittarius card is kind of page of wands. No. Yes, page of wands. New chapter, new journey. This is really going towards this kind of color and light, and even this person is saying here like, I'm tired of to dance alone, I'm ready to dance with you. And here this person is kind of alone too, looking to dance partner, maybe like this. So, and there is this bird here, the bird is here, like coming from the dark to give a message of darkening is needed to go a little bit more deeper. This is of course, this Nine of Pentacles is really like a independent single person who is able to grow the vineyards a little bit patiently, very talented, professionally very, very ambitious also. Was it ambitious mentioned here? Yes, the ambitious is mentioned here. So this work is important also aspect. This might include this peacock moment. This is bird, peacock, phoenix, crow. Yes, so there is this kind of like a journey that more is possible, better is possible. There is beautiful things, not just this kind of struggle. And maybe we read a little advice from these cards. Yeah, there has one card inside here. I've been so busy 2 hours already, but sometimes I really want to do this kind of big reading, so I don't mind. Child is not here now, so I have chance to give it to my community. So this was what you're aware of. New opportunities arrive from battles, fighting desperate battles. Pleasure as a means to resolve conflict. Action. Address moments of friction, seeking the greatest good that can be achieved and not the wounding of the opponent. Like finding solutions. Then we have this pentacle and wand energy here. This much more developed wand. Love of life and well-being. The rich wild princess. The pleasure of luxury begins with inner well-being. Action. Mirror yourself in the beauty of the world, looking at life with passion. And then we got also, this I'm not aware, this is part of your relationship to yourself or other person. Calm before action. The traveler's rest. Passion grows while waiting to manifest itself. Gather ideas and stimuli, surrender to trepidation. You have to keep going. There is, even on the table, is hope. So have hope, have trust. There is a lot of light, desire, This is totally desire kind of purpose card. Focus on your purpose, focus on your like inner abundance. And this is advice card, but before we read this, no, I think I read this and then I give you angel card. So pile number 3, this wolf and rosehip guardianship was already coming up in the beginning of this kind of door of wisdom. So it is really now is almost like listening carefully. This message is clearly for you. It's 2 times already on the table. Message of guardianship. Something about that. Pile number 3. The wolf travels in a pack, protecting its family and community. Like the hound, the wolf signifies loyalty and commitment. Relatedly, the rosehip is source of food, but also a symbol of love, as it is the berry produced by the rose plant. Its combined associations with nourishment and affection make it an emblem of familial love and care. Wow. It's really like a loving family. Like a wolf pack. Guardianship in the like a papa wolf or mama wolf. Your goal to be mentor. Who among your pack might need your counsel? Taking a leadership role in community activism is another way to lead like the wolf. Wow, and this is a community that is having a little like issues. You are asked to take the lead. Like this person is rising the one, like let's go. This is totally like a going like a pioneer. Like sometimes you have to be pioneer, like nobody else take this path, but you are courage enough because you believe in something. You have hope in your heart. Believe in something. Things can be good. And you see the unseen, like things are possible if you have a vision. A bit like here in this inner saboteur. Turn it that you have vision, you are based in love, courage, and unique expression in the world. That's your true identity, not this weakness and false identity and only outcome-oriented actions. Like, yes. And questions would be, whom can I mentor? How can I be a leader in my community? Whom do I turn to for help? And of course, this whole reading was supposed to be also guidance from the spirit animals, now going to the 20 years of like a age of IE. How can you take the lead and how can you mentor about some good values here? How to be pioneering to keep the fire going. Last but not the least is this angel, whisper of angel for you. Pile number 3 is here. Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone, and of course it's beautiful to see when it's a dragon here. There's this communication with this kind of dragon here. Nice. Cool. So focus on love. Yes. Love is like what I was thinking just before this reading was something about this sentence. Okay, now I just get this Beatles song in my head. All we need is love. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. All we need is love. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. All we need is love, love. Love is all we need. Something like this. Okay, so I think this is your reading. All the readings. Now has come the time that if there is somebody here wanting to ask a psychic question, I do allow people to do that. So if you are fast, or you want to ask even about the EI related questions, anything, I can use my cards to get the answer. Like I have done readings like who killed Kurt Cobain, all kind of readings. So what is your question? It could be anything. Think about that. Spirit might help you to know. But there is this thing that I was considering a little bit to put one of my star episode 17 episode available, but then I didn't because it's kind of, no, 16. Was it 16? I talked there about the Curse of Cassandra. So as a tarot reader, you might end up feeling like you're cursed in the sense that nobody believes what you say, while you actually are using all your skills to make the divination that you would see the truth. You would see behind the veil, and still nobody believes. So it's like problem in our world, nobody takes you seriously. In the love life or in anything, it's a sad thing to feel this way, while you actually take things seriously. Anyway, of course, this is entertainment. So, but still, if nobody want to ask serious questions, then let's be it. It reflects who are here. Of course, everything is reflection. Nobody is asking a question. So I think I will end this reading here. I still give you a little chance. I start my reading always pulling a crystal. So here I would start your reading doing this. And so on. But I don't see anybody saying anything. So thank you for seeing. If you like this, give me a like. I forgot to hashtag today, so I don't think many people see this reading. But anyway, if you liked it, please give a like or subscribe if you already didn't. And I wish you a happy second advent. And I was actually publishing already the third advent gift because I got it ready. So it's like, why not? There you go. One episode from my psychic toolkit where I teach you how to be psychic. So if you're interested to see this, it's there, available. And I even edited a bit more. So I add there some clips that are not in the original, but I took also some little clips away that was like not so much in the point. But if you want to see the originals, of course, you can take my membership. I have all these 7 chakra healing videos related to the psychic toolkit I have in my membership. So if you want to take that, you help me also to have a happy Christmas. Anyway, happy Christmas to you, and bye.